Welcome back. It's Polycap the director here. Let's jump right in. If you want to get into making reels, you have to realize one thing. Every single video content creator is out there to achieve these three things every time they're actually doing their videos. One of the goals is to inform, educate, or entertain, or a combination of any of these. So before you start filming your reel, make sure you've already made up your mind on which one of these or a combination of these are you trying to get across to your audience. Once you make up your mind on that, it's time to start filming. So grab your smartphone or camera and jump right in. First thing when it comes to filming you have to realize is, you have to tell your audience where you are. It's an introductory shot. This is what we call an establishing shot. You pretty much establish your scene, whether you're at the lake, you're at the museum, the zoo, or just in your room or a YouTube video like this. That's the first thing you actually want to do. Show people where you are. This also manages expectations for your audience. They get to know, okay, this is a travel video, so this person is actually maybe on the road or heading to a certain destination. Once you're done establishing your shot, you can pretty much show the audience whatever you want from there on, okay? Maybe you putting on your shoes, getting to the place, the type of things that you actually liked, and maybe wrap it up with a sunset shot to show that your day is actually done. Or if it's a night event that you're attending, you could show, oh, this is how we got in, here's how the vibe was like, and this is where we actually ended up. Once you're through with that, now you have all your clips together and you can start to cut them up in whatever editing software that you want to use. Now for something like Reels, I would recommend CapCut because it's something that I use on my phone as well. Premiere Pro is also very good, but... Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, cheers, thanks. For something like this, I recommend using CapCut. I mean, it's on your mobile phone. It's pretty easy to use, counterintuitive. You can even go on YouTube and look up some tutorials on how to get things done with making reels. But before you start editing, hold up. You might want to do something first. You might want to pick out your music. That way, when you're cutting everything, you want to catch that bass drop, that snare click, and everything else so that your clips are looking nice and straight and stuck to the beat. It's a pretty old trick in film and, it works quite well, especially in music videos. If you want to get into something like this nice slow-mo that's like buttery smooth, you might want to go to your phone and change the frame rate when you're shooting to maybe 60 or 120 depending on how high your phone can go. That way when you're in CapCut and you're actually trying to slow this footage down, it'll look so smooth once you put the graph down because you had more frames to work with. There's a bit of technicality within that in terms of understanding how these frame rate things will actually work, but you can go back to my previous videos to kind of get some knowledge on that, or I might as well make another one. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in something like that. Once you're done selecting your music, you can now line up your clips in the order that you shot them in, or you can also interchange here and there depending on how some of the ones in the middle came out. But make sure your opening shot is your establishing shot and your closing shot is your closing shot, unless you want to leave people in suspense, which I wouldn't recommend for reels. Once that is done, you can chop up your clips, slow-mo them, and speed them up however you like, and you should be good to go, right? So you've pretty much made up your mind on what you want to do, educate, entertain, or inform, right? Check. Number two, you've pretty much told the audience where you actually are, what's happening at the place. You can even use text in this app to further explain your shots if you feel they need to be. Obviously not too much text because nobody wants to read. That's why they clicked on a video and not a book. Right. Number three, once you're done filming, don't forget before you're putting your clips together, you actually get some music, put it on the timeline. That way you're able to sync your clips properly when they're transitioning, right? Once you're done with that, you can actually export your clip and you could even make something like this. Next week, I'll drop a more in-depth video on this, but this is just like an overview. I hope you found it useful. Take it easy.